How is your mental going? We're gonna get on the mental today. How is your mental? What you've been thinking about? Me personally, my mental today I think is decent. I had a lot of good talks recently, and I realized with life, with love, you can't figure it all out. My good friend asked me, "Can you figure God out?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "You can't figure out love either." I'm like, "Ooh, ooh," because we be trying to use our past experiences to make the perfect puzzle for life, to figure things out, but you really can't. You got to have faith, and you just got to believe, and you got to do your best. So mentally, that was a tough spot for me because I was just trying to figure so much out. And then that led me to, hey, bro, that spiritual side, just lean on God on the spiritual side, because on the financial side, things were happening that made me think about, do I want to be part of this? Do I want to, just thinking of all these thoughts, man. So yeah, man, for today's check-in, just mentally, be sure to check in on yourself. Be sure to check in on yourself on the spiritual side. Go talk to God. You know what I mean? Figure out what's going on. Pray, fast, tithe. That tithing, that leads to the financial part. Give and will receive. You know what I mean? Don't be stressing about, can I do, how can I can't figure it, because that gets that. Just do what you can, give it to God, and just go for it, man. And then physically, I feel like as you put in work on your body, as you put in that work on your body, and you come up with a schedule, and you're doing that, everything else for me, I start my day off with the spiritual side, which first is mental. It's mental to get out of the bed, Then spiritual side, I do my Bible study, I do my meditation. Then the physical side, I go to the gym, and then now I feel like everything is running. Some days the balance between the mental, the spiritual, the physical, and financial is different, but at least it's all going up because I'm focusing on all of them and being better. So yeah, man, let me know. I really want to know, how are you doing? How are you doing mentally, spiritually, physically, financially? Let me know. People don't always ask. I'm asking. I really want to know. Let me know.